okay. Who chose these sauces? Ooh, this one's hot. I feel it burning my throat on the way down. Okay.
Okay.
I have to. I'm getting hot. I'm gonna cry a little bit.
There's some people in here. This is your last day on the job. Hello and welcome to a very special episode of the BODi Experience. I am actually on the set of BODi LAVA. They just wrapped production of one of the most exciting programs, I would say, in many years, because this is one that I'm very excited to do. And joining me, Elise Joan, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
And the reason this is so crazy and fun, you might see we've got some props here. Now, we have watched, there's some shows that you can find on YouTube, whatever, where they go down this sort of hot sauce thing. And so since in the theme of BODi LAVA, where it is all things hot in about 20 minutes, we're gonna work our way from sort of mildly interesting flavor down to hopefully you've got your adult diapers on.
Oh my God.
Well, you know.
I don't.
Okay, me neither. Anyway, moving on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be talking about the BODi LAVA program, which I'm excited about because I'm gonna do it. And then we'll have a bite of these.
We'll have an experience. It gets hotter as we go, just like BODi LAVA.
That's exactly right. Now, do you like hot sauce?
I do not. I actually really don't like spice at all.
When's the last time you had something like super spicy?
I mean, I took a trip to Thailand and I asked for mild, and I was still like sweating from my forehead and throwing up over the edge of a boat.
All right, you guys,
I'm not excited.
Nobody is allowed to come in here and dab the sweat off her because we want to see this
we want to
melt
keep it
down.
real. Yes.
Right? Seriously, it's going to get volcanic. All right. First off, before we have a French fry with hot sauce on it.
Yes.
Describe in 3 words. How would you describe the BODi LAVA program?
Oh man.
3 words.
3 words. The perfect workout.
All right. I think that's, from what I've seen, I would say that's accurate, but let's describe for the audience. Why do you think it's the perfect workout?
This is a completely different experience. It is simultaneously working your entire body, and we work it in rotation, we work it in mobility. So in one signature BODi LAVA move, you get strength, you get endurance, agility, you get balance, you get technique, you have everything, and there's no rest. So it is a bit of a relentless ride and a really unique experience.
So to just give people to sort of frame it up.
Yeah.
Well, no, let's have a French fry with some hot sauce, and then I'm going to ask you just what the program is, just to describe it a little bit.
Yeah.
But first, grab yourself a French fry, and we're going to dip into this first one, which is PIRI pizza.
PIRI pizza.
That sounds delicious.
Oh, good, perfect. Let's see. Okay.
There's a little.
No, this is spicy. This is our first one. Mm-hmm. Who chose these sauces?
The people.
Okay, the people are trying to kill me already.
There you go. You can handle that.
But it's okay. It's okay.
You're fine. All right. Describe the program.
Okay, I will say.
You okay?
Sorry, yes, my sinuses are opening. It's good. It's a good thing. Right? It's helping. But BODi LAVA is an athletic training program that uses no equipment. So essentially, you are sculpting your body with your human body. Whew. Okay, I'm actually feeling the spice quite a bit. But you know, that's how we start. It's kind of like day 1 of BODi LAVA. Already might be a little highlight reel of what challenges you. So if you were to look at the BODi LAVA schedule, it would look like an athletic training program. We have agility day, endurance day, HIIT training, metabolic burn, and all within the confines of 20 minutes where you don't stop moving. So it's a hybrid fusion workout, power yoga with a mix of primal flow.
All right, we're gonna have a French fry. I'm gonna ask you, because we've heard about what power yoga is.
Okay, yes.
But I really don't know what power yoga is. So we're gonna get there.
Okay.
So we're going now for the pepper plant chunky garlic hot pepper sauce.
Pepper plant. Okay, so we're not making out with anyone later.
No.
I can smell the garlic from here.
Chunky garlic, that just sounds awful to me.
Okay.
That sounds like a vegetable.
I probably shouldn't dunk my entire fry in it.
You should, commit. This is BODi LAVA, the BODi LAVA podcast.
Now I'm Italian, so this is more garlicky. This one feels...
That's tasty.
It's tasty.
Right.
But I feel like it's getting progressively, it's impacting my palate a little more.
Perfect time, because they're getting more powerful.
Okay.
What's the difference between yoga and power yoga?
I mean, power yoga, the way I see it, actually has interval training where you're strength training the whole time, but you get bursts of cardiovascular work where we take you all in low impact options, but into some high intensity range of motion for elevating your heart rate, strengthening your body. And this is not meditative, it is not resting, it is not relaxing breath work, which a lot of people associate the word yoga with. Right. It is actually quite a powerful endurance training program.
So that's what drives me crazy about yoga is, get ready to work out, now stand still.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm hoping that I'm not gonna stand still for 6 weeks.
There is in fact, this is the first time I've sat down on this set and I've been working on it for all 6 weeks of the program. There is no standing still. In fact, it will start minute 1 at a pretty spicy pace. And then throughout the first 20 minutes, you will feel a progression through minute 20.
So you're working this 20 minutes?
The whole time.
All right, pick up a fry and let's go for jalapeno pepper spice knot.
Oh, spice knot. It says, is this spicy? But it's got a picture of a very angry jalapeno on it.
Dig in. Here, oh, that comes up thick.
Yeah.
That's not a pretend bite. Is there a side of the tongue you're supposed to put the spicy stuff on so that it doesn't quite ring your bell?
I put it way back into the back of my palate.
Okay.
So that I can still taste food later this weekend.
No, I got nothing from that.
I
wait,
got
there's
something.
A little ride coming.
It's coming, right?
This was like going up the roller coaster.
And this is kind of what people might think when they hear power yoga, hear primal movement. They think, oh, nothing, and then suddenly, bam, it hits you in the back of the palate, like a jalapeno pepper.
I've been told that we're supposed to have milk, not the water.
I didn't want to be the first to reach for milk.
Oh, no. You're right. Whoever reaches for the milk
is
first
the weak
loses.
One. Yeah,
okay.
Losers.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay, so we got people doing lifting, they're doing intense cardio in our other programs.
Sure.
What do you hope and what can people expect to get from this that they might not be getting from those programs?
Yeah, I think the main thing is an experience that actually literally optimizes every part of your body in every move. So again, what's really interesting that I think people will really experience that's different is that nonstop movement, that you have to have a really deep understanding and awareness of your body. And what's great is that we have a modifier, of course, to show the different levels, but this program is unlike anything else that's out there. In a weightlifting program, I want progressive overload. I add a heavier number to my weight. In this program, I have to go deeper, I have to stay longer, I have to find that place that is the mental threshold of a champion where you cannot give up when it's game time. You have to actually work harder and dig deeper in those moments. And neurology tells us that our brain is wired for comfort, not just physical comfort, but we want to do the same old thing because we're good at it. Probably you're good at doing biceps curls. You are probably not good at a twisting, balancing, lunging, revolved warrior. But by adding that to your repertoire, it's going to enhance your body, it's going to enhance your gains. And I think the main thing I'll be asking from people is to put their comfort zone aside, put aside what people have told us forever about what fitness should be, and listen to their body, right? There was a time we were told fat made you fat. Well, we know better now, right? But it took a lot of people a lot of time to get out of that mindset and get into the reality. And the same is true here. People have preconceived notions about mind-body work. Women are told, no, you have to lift heavy weights. Heavy weights are an amazing form of strength training, but they're not the only form. I would contend that BODi LAVA's strength training is unprecedented and is unlike anything else. And my legs are shaking and I'm used to this work. So you'll never plateau, which again won't surprise my bar blenders out there.
Hold on a second. I know what's happening.
What?
You're talking a lot because you don't want to have more
This is right. I thought you might figure it out. Like it's going to be 20 minutes and we'll only be on hot sauce number 4.
So I was gonna give you a little break, but I'm not doing it now. We are moving on to Fresco sauce, citrus, Fresno, and garlic.
Okay.
Okay.
This one's all natural, and I heard that means healthy.
That's good news. Oh.
This one's hot. Ooh, this one's hot. I feel it burning my throat on the way down. You did this one to shut me up.
I got to be able to get a question in. So a friend of mine is climbing Mount Everest. So I'm watching him on social media, and I'm like, why do I have to be the CEO of this place? I want to climb. I want to do something like climb Mount Everest. And, it's an experience, right? And that's when I sort of shook that off. I'm like, wait a minute, I have the opportunity to go into a 6-week experience, 20 minutes a day, and no excuses, no rationalizing, no whining. I'm going to finish this program. And it's very different for me because normally I've got my tempo of circuits that I do and cardio and so on in the library, but this is going to be completely new for me. And it's going to, I know that primal movements open you up and it lubricates the joints and all that stuff. I got that from Chop Wood, Carry Water, but it wasn't an intensive. Right. This is going to be an intensive and truly an experience. So I'm looking at this as my climb up Mount Everest. So I'm excited to start it in mid-June, and now we're moving on to Marie Sharp's Habanero pepper sauce.
Okay.
And then I'll ask you another question.
Right. Are habanero peppers hotter than jalapenos?
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So
I do the dip, dunk, and swirl.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of stirring and swirling. I'm not kidding around on Marie
Ooh, this
Sharp.
one is hot, but it's vinegary. I like vinegary. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this.
I'm going to have to change shirts after this one.
This one doesn't bother me.
This one ran right up my vagus nerve.
Oh, man, okay. Okay.
If you can notice, my hair just all stood up.
I did notice. It caught on fire. Yes.
Okay. So the nature of this program, is very unique. Why do you think you were the perfect trainer to develop this program?
I think the reason that I am the right trainer for this, and really the only person that can create it, is because of my background. I have been championing mind-body movement, not just for women, but for athletes, not just for myself or for people trying to age in a healthy way. It's very important and ideal for that, but also for young people trying to optimize their bodies to climb Mount Everest. And that's actually a great analogy because this will feel like that at times. You will be gasping for breath. You will need to pause for a moment. You will need to reach for a block when maybe I'm not. It literally sculpts your optimized body, which will look different than mine, which will look different than someone else doing the program, but it really is designed at any age to help you find that ideal, not just in the aesthetics of how you look, but how you feel. Being pain-free, feeling your best, being able to climb Mount Everest in your 50s, 60s, 70s. These are real possibilities if we do longevity-based workouts like BODi LAVA.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, volcanic peppers. Oh, this one's called lava.
Oh, and the first one I noticed was also called lava hot sauce.
It is? Oh, you're right.
Started off spicy.
Okay.
Going
Smoked
spicy.
habanero hot sauce.
Okay.
Okay.
So you go straight fry. I go crinkle cut fry.
Ah, there's too much fry
See,
there.
this is why mine is absorbing more hot sauce, because it has the crinkle cut.
You think?
Yes, I do.
Here, look, I'm even standing mine on the side.
Look at the surface area of mine versus yours.
No. Come on.
I'm just saying, it's not a competition, Carl. We're both winners. Neither of us are, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. This one is pretty bad. I don't understand why someone would voluntarily put this on their food.
No, none of them have. Ooh, that's hot.
Yeah.
That is something that definitely affects the rest of your food for the weekend.
Yes.
So,
But look at us taking it. I'm starting to sweat from my forehead. Just a little bit.
Me too.
But you know what? Like, I just
You don't
filmed a
look
BODi
shiny.
LAVA workout. I was dripping sweat in 5 minutes, to the point where your eyeballs sweat. So this is really nothing comparatively.
Okay. Yeah. So, it's harder to ask questions.
Yeah.
You're doing okay?
I mean, I don't admit defeat. I'm good.
Goes with the job. So, why do you think, so people who watch these things, they learn about a new program, and I think that the burning question is always, why will this work for me when all these other things that I've tried have failed?
Yeah.
I joined that gym, I went there, roamed around the machines, I'm like, well, I'm never gonna go back here. Or they start a program or they buy the piece of equipment and they don't get the results. Why? How have you laid this out in a way that somebody really can count on getting results in 6 weeks?
Yeah, well, I think number one thing is consistency, right? 20 minutes in and of itself makes it much more doable for anyone with any schedule. Needing no equipment, all you need is 6 feet by 4 feet of space. Another, barrier to entry. out the window. So it's accessible for everyone, no matter your living conditions, no matter your quarters, and no matter your experience level. But I think at the end of the day,
and it's low impact, so people.
Oh yeah,
you can
low
be in an
impact.
apartment, you're not jumping around.
Absolutely, low impact, high intensity, and it's supportive and great for your joints. So what's great is while you will be very sore muscularly when you wake up day 2, your back will feel amazing, your knees will feel amazing, your ankles, your joints. Like, this is a program that is actually designed in a way that is supportive of your skeleton. So I think a lot of people quit early because sometimes their form isn't great, or even if there is great form, if their weights are too heavy or something like that, there is a pain element involved. But at the end of the day, I really think this is kind of a different side of me, right? There are no affirmations. This is you better do it, you can do it, let's find that within ourselves. But I think that the engagement that I have with the user at home is something that makes me come alive. On camera, I never see cameras. Like, just like now I'm talking to you, when we shoot, I literally feel like I'm speaking to the person at home who may be discouraged. And I'm doing pretty much the entire thing except for a couple teaching moments when I go over to point out modifications. And I, as an athlete, am burning. I am having to find my edge to stand on one foot for 2 minutes, midway through the program. And so I think that the consistency in people finding success will be because they enjoy coming. I think they will, within the first week of the program, find something in themselves they didn't know was there. And I think everyone will be surprised, because I guarantee you, no matter what you've done in your fitness, by mid-week 1, you will experience multiple patterns of movement that you have never done.
How many days a week?
It is 5 days a week, 20 minutes a day.
Okay, 5
6
days.
weeks. And then, we also have a prep week. So for me, a lot of moves, while it's a hybrid of power yoga, athletic training, primal, the moves are specific to Lava. So there's signature moves that I have created. So I wanted to create a prep week. We call it our pre-burn. And it is when I teach basic power yoga moves, basic primal moves at all different levels. So no matter, if you can't touch your toes, I have a level for you. If you are a master of primal movement, you will still be challenged. And then I show some of the signature moves I create, so that when they show up at a little faster pace or a little more advanced level in the program, people are ready.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, get a fry.
Okay.
I'm going crinkle with you.
Oh, you're going crinkle fry, awesome. I'm still feeling that last one, and my tongue is swelling a bit.
Mine too.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay.
But neither of us has reached for milk, and that's what's important.
So this one is an expletive. The hottest effing sauce. The hottest effing sauce. Serious effing hot sauce. That's right. We said it. Did you dip yet?
No, which one is it?
It's
This one.
that one.
This
Yeah,
one.
that's the one.
Okay.
This little mother. That's
The last one.
That's the last one.
Big things come in small
Yeah, now
packages.
don't skimp. Get in
Okay,
there.
I know, I'm going to.
No, that's
That's
come on.
plenty.
That is not.
That's as deep as my bowl is.
Get it. Well, make your bowl deep. Here, do this. Come on, I want a commitment, Elise.
God, okay.
You're a super trainer.
I am,
Have
I am.
some super. Have
Okay,
a
how
super
about
bite.
that?
Look at that.
Okay.
You and me. Oh, that is gross.
I immediately regret that. It tastes disgusting.
Oh,
Like, literally, people buy this and choose it. That's alarming to me.
do you think somebody likes that? I think somebody's like, hey, get that bottle again, Mom.
I would not. I wouldn't. I would immediately unfriend whoever sent me that hot sauce.
Sorry to those people. Sorry, Emily. She's going to unfriend you.
Oh,
No, it doesn't have. Oh. Is it catching up?
it's kind of revolting.
That's like we just licked paint.
Yeah, I had a different analogy, but I won't share. But
Yeah, okay.
it's impacting. It's impacting. Like, I feel it here.
My whole mouth is coated with some weird 5-alarm.
Yeah, it's really terrible.
What is this thing called?
Your larynx.
My
I
larynx.
liked your use of the vagus nerve earlier too.
Were you impressed?
Yeah, I am impressed.
That's the one thing I know.
Okay.
That's in my body. All right.
The one thing you know that's in your body. I love it. You'll know a lot more. You'll learn all about your body in BODi LAVA.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that gets us there. Oh, this is getting hard to talk. This is not fun. This
I think my
podcast
tongue is
isn't
sweating.
fun anymore.
I think my tongue is sweating. I've literally sweat everywhere in BODi LAVA except for my tongue. And now we've completed it. Now we've just sweat everywhere.
This should be the final day of the program. Everybody should have.
I have to. I'm getting hot.
Okay.
From the inside out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. But I'm not going for milk still.
Me neither.
Okay.
So people are going to see these moves, and I think.
Oh my God, my nose is running.
Come on, hang in there.
That's cool. They brought me Kleenex.
Cheater.
Okay.
People are going to see these moves, and some of them might say, I can't do that. Okay. And what do you say to those people? Like, is this one where, let's be honest, is this one where the beginners need to do something else and then come in when they're intermediate, or can they jump in?
Yeah, this is a great question. And I would say that this is a program for the brave. That is the caveat. It is not about what your experience level is. It is not about whether you're a beginner or not. I'm like it's starting to impact my mind. That's hard to do. But I would say no, this is a program, I call it an aspirational program. When we talked about it, we did agree it's an intermediate program.
Yeah.
But my area of expertise really is teaching open level classes. So this is run a little differently than Bar Blend or Flow Days, where we do show 3 levels. This is a hard hitting aspirational level. But absolutely, okay, a beginner can absolutely do it. And I know, in watching some of the primal moves in the sizzle and in seeing, I think my tongue has stopped working. It's very hot.
It's
it
right.
might disintegrate and fall off. I'm not gonna take milk, no.
Okay.
No, because I'm determined. I ask people to come out of their comfort zone every second of BODi LAVA, so I'm doing the same.
Okay.
But I do want to encourage beginners to try it, and here's why. Look, if you want to make progress, if you want to make a change, you have to be willing to come out of your comfort zone. And we hear trainers say that all the time. Come out of your comfort zone, stay longer. Okay, I'm literally like having trouble speaking. But in this case,
it doesn't show.
It doesn't show?
No.
Really? Okay, I literally feel like my head might catch fire from the inside.
I would say that your makeup is running down your head a little bit, but other than that, you're
okay,
fine.
Perfect. I don't care. I don't have an ego about my makeup, but I would like to maintain my tongue if possible. But yeah, it is. We have an amazing modifier. So Philip, our modifier, incredibly strong. He is a lifter, he is a trainer, he is an anatomy expert. And after day 1, he was like, this is probably the most comprehensively incredible program I've ever been a part of, because day 1
P90X grad too.
Rehearsal. He is, yeah.
Right.
He started off with P90X, exactly right. And he, as a teacher and as an anatomy expert, that's a big compliment. And you will get all the results if all you do is modify. I think a lot of times people think if they modify, their results will be compromised. That is not true in this case, because my modifications are also not for the weak. You will still get results with limited mobility. We have optional yoga blocks, which will help if you're limited in flexibility and mobility. But people will have to be willing to not be good at something for quite some time before they get good at it. And a lot of people don't have the mental will to do that. So I have the mental will to not reach for my milk. So beginners can have the mental will to join me on this climb of Mount Everest.
All right, well, that's going to take us to our last question. But first, we got to get to the last sauce.
I honestly don't know if I can.
Come on. Yes, you can.
I can.
So you can, and you will. And that's
I guess I
fun.
can't feel my tongue anyway, so
We're
what
doing
difference
it for
can
the
it make
people.
now?
The audience wants to know.
The audience loves to see you suffer.
If we can make it through the ass-kicking Carolina Reaper hot sauce. Like, when something is this small.
Yes, you know it packs a
and it's
punch.
like $19.95 at the grocery store.
$19.95.
You know
Not
you're
even
in
at
for it.
Air One, just the regular grocery store.
Seriously. All right, did you crinkle?
I crinkle.
All right.
We have to dip and swirl like all the way in?
We got to dip and swirl.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
And as you dip and swirl, we'll formulate the first question. The pressure's going to be on you. Oof. You can just see this is
Will I be
nasty.
able to answer the question? I don't know.
Let me see what you got. This is where I'm going. How?
Oh God. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to match you then. Okay, that's not quite. I'll see your dip and raise you an extra crinkle.
You're raising me a crinkle dip?
Yeah, I'm raising you.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Why do I
Here we
have
go.
this job? Oh. There's some people in here. This is your last day on the job.
Cheers.
Cheers. Got quiet in here.
I'm gonna cry a little bit.
This would have been
Also
a good.
tastes terrible as well. Like no quality of taste, just pain.
I'm
feeling it like here.
I'm super proud of myself that I did not get this clenchy oh crap thing that I thought I was gonna get.
Ooh, I have it.
You do?
Yes, but I have a high tolerance for pain.
It's in here?
For me, it's more like back in here, down the throat, and then moving into my chest. Like this is gonna start.
Do we have a defibrillator on hand? Just
we
in
may
case?
need one. It's okay.
Seriously.
Unless you know CPR, I'm certified, so I can.
You're gonna have to do it to yourself.
Yeah, I'll have to do it to myself. That's a little heavy lift.
I'll just throw the milk on you. Hope that'll do it.
It might.
A little shock.
Woo!
It'll be good video.
Very hard to focus on these questions.
All right. Well, this is the last one, so it's
Okay.
these one, and all the pressure is going to be on you, because, you know, you've been with us now for since 3-week yoga retreat.
Yeah.
Bar blend.
Mm-hmm. Pre and postnatal bar
Pre and
blend.
postnatal bar blend during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Fire and flow.
Mm-hmm. Bar blend, super block.
Bar blend, super
Yeah.
block, and now BODi
Yeah.
LAVA. All right. So you've got a lot of people who have fallen in love with your programs, love your style, and you know we've got over 1 million subscribers looking for the next thing.
Yeah.
And you've got tens of millions of people out there who are just stuck.
Yeah.
They don't know what to start. And they might be thinking that they've got to start thinking about the rest of their lives and how they're going to keep things going for the rest of their lives, when all they really need to do is start with something.
That's right.
With a day one and final day. What is your day? What is your last day called?
It is called athletic off-road. It's my signature style of training.
Okay. So to the camera,
Okay.
why should that person who's a little stuck or a little bored with fitness choose BODi LAVA?
Great question. Let me just catch my breath because my airway is constricted from the hottest effing ass-kicking hot sauce that ever was.
You sure you
And
don't
this is
want
an
a little
important
milk?
question.
This is a big question.
Am I sweating visibly?
A little.
Okay, it's okay.
It's okay. It's authentic.
Okay. Person
They
at
coulda put
home
some-
who's struggling with boredom and fitness. I would say that, look, I created this program with everyone in mind, particularly those people who haven't found an answer that works for them, who feel a little overwhelmed by weightlifting, maybe they get inflammation, maybe they feel defeated, who just really don't have the bandwidth to do 1,000 jumps. You know, it impacts our knees, it doesn't feel amazing anymore, but they still want cardio, they still want strength. And you want to do it in a way that makes your body feel good. So with BODi LAVA, you are going to feel the burn, and it will be a very steady, fiery burn, kind of like molten lava running down the mountain. But as molten lava runs down a volcano, it literally changes the landscape with the heat. And that is what this program does for your body. And then there will be eruptions of cardio movements. See what I did there?
I see.
Yeah. So it is interval training. Every single class is strength training. Every single class is interval training. Every single class has agility, mobility, and strength. You're getting your mobility while you're in an endurance hold in the legs. It will never bore you. And I want this 20 minutes to be the best part of your day. You are going to be going on an adventure with me, with our amazing cast, and with the incredible team, really, that work together to create something that is more an experience than a workout program. It is an introduction to your body and its fullest potential. You will feel inspired by me, I hope, but more so by yourself. Even at the end of day one, you will feel so accomplished at what you have done that you will be inspired to go to day two. I knew it!
Wow.
I knew it.
I don't know what
But
just
again,
happened.
it's really hard to describe, right? Because there's really nothing to compare it to. People ask me, well, how does it compare to bar blend? It doesn't. How does it compare to regular yoga? It doesn't. It's its own entity, but I've seen it work. People are never going to believe you can do it without equipment. And what I say to those people is, please try the sample workout. The 20-minute sample, just a tiny little taste of what you will experience. And I think that that will show you what you're in for. And words really can't describe it. You know, it's not supersets. It's a different way to train.
Right. I'm 60,
Yeah.
and I know that if I blink,
Yeah.
60 will catch up with
Oh,
me.
yeah.
And I refuse to blink. So I've got to stay ahead of it. You just can't stop and let it come. Let age try to catch up with you. So I'm excited to do it, just to stay out in front of
Yes.
it. I'm literally in the best shape of my life right now, but I need something like this to open everything up.
That's right.
Because I've been lifting for the last 2 years
Yeah.
pretty intensely, and you know, going through lift 4, lift more, dig deeper,
Sure,
and
great
so on.
programs.
Yeah.
Love my guys, Sean T and Joel. Yeah.
But I need to mix it up.
Yeah,
And
even Sean T called me. He's like, I just watched your sizzle. I need BODi LAVA so badly right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, and these are elite athletes. And you're right, you hear a lot of talk these days about biohacking, which really just means DIY longevity, right? It means how can you hack your body for the ultimate biology, for the ultimate neuroplasticity, for the ultimate longevity. And this is that. This is the ultimate biohacking program. There are kinds of fitness that can age you, right? There are styles of fitness that don't work for everyone. And what I encourage people to do, you will know if you need more mobility. You don't have to listen to the internet that says, no, just keep lifting heavier and heavier. Don't worry about mobility. That's a waste of time, right? And you will know if you need, a little more balance in your life. If you can't stand on one foot, but you can lift 250 pounds, you're not fit. You're strong, but you're not fit. And fitness, this is the optimizing of your fitness, the optimizing of your athleticism. Being strong does not make you an athlete. Doing 100 jumps does not make you an athlete. This program will make you an athlete. And same, I feel the best ever. There's a lot of, it's hard to be a woman in the world. It's hard to be a woman in LA. It's hard to be a woman on camera. And it's hard to be a woman approaching 50. But for me, like you say, I feel better than ever. I feel like my body is capable of more than ever after BODi LAVA. And I will say, and I think, as a CEO and as an entrepreneur who elevated the world of fitness years ago when you started this company, that you can relate, that I want everything I create to be the best thing I've ever created because we're always growing and learning. And I thought Bar Blend was a masterpiece. And I still think it is, but everything I created, so I'm like, oh, I'm taking it to a new level. I'm raising the bar. Oh, now I understand this, and now we're good. BODi LAVA literally is the culmination of everything I want my body to feel. I feel better now than when I was a professional dancer at 25. And this kind of training is really at the heart of it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for putting up with our little gag
and
here.
No, my milk is still full.
You did good. Your milk is full.
Yes. I may drink it immediately after camera stop, but only if you do first.
I won't. I don't think I will. Like, the idea of milk doesn't attract me at all.
It doesn't help. It defers.
It's all working its way out. I'll have a Shakeology.
We have a Shakeology. Yes, we do.
All right, look, that concludes this episode, this exciting and very weird episode of the BODi Experience. BODi LAVA is coming out. We'll put the sample workout on YouTube. It'll be on BODiPreviews.com, where you can get a free account. Just all we trade you is your email, and we make over 130 workouts available to you on BODiPreviews.com. And we'll put up the 800 number if you want to keep in touch with me via text, and I will update you when BODi LAVA comes out and other new programs. But otherwise, keep an eye out for what else is coming up on the BODi Experience. And thank you, Elise Joan. We're very excited for this program. I can't wait to do it.
Thank you, Carl. I can't wait to follow your journey doing it.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
Okay. More fries for us. Thanks,
Sweet.
everybody.